sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. Dear listeners and viewers, assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As we have discussed yesterday regarding the life, regarding the sacrifices of Janab Ibrahim alayhi salam. In today's session also we will discuss, we will remember, we will get a blessing of the life story of Ibrahim alayhi salam. There are many things about to discuss of this great prophet, of this great human being on this face of the earth. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, he is also called as the prophet, the father of prophets, Abul Ambiya, he was called as. The reason is Almighty has blessed him with two children. One by the name Ismail alayhi salam, another by the name Ishaq alayhi salam. The prophets which were sent to the Bani Israel were from Janabe Ishaq alayhi salam. Many prophets were the among that prophets like Musa alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam. They were from the offspring of Janabe Ishaq alayhi salam. Who is Ishaq alayhi salam? He is the son of Ibrahim alayhi salam. On the other hand, we have Ismail alayhi salam. There was no prophet among his offspring, but ultimately the last prophet, that is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, was among his offspring. And almost all the people, those who were in the offspring of Janabi Ismail alayhi salam, they were believers, they were Muslims, they were Mu'min. That is the reason Janabi Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam is the last prophet of all the prophets which were sent to the world. Now, Janabe Ibrahim alayhi salam, he had two wives. One by the name Sarah. By the wisdom of Almighty, she did not had any children. Later on, he married Bibi Hajara radiallahu ta'ala anha. Both were pious, both were very obedient, both were very muttaqeen. Now, by Bibi Hajara radiallahu ta'ala anha, Almighty blessed Ismail alayhi salam. And with the instruction, with the order of Almighty, and Ibrahim alayhi salam, he prayed, "O Almighty, bless me with a good and with pious son." And Almighty accepted his supplication and his prayer, and Almighty blessed him with Ismail alayhi salam. And at that time, Ibrahim alayhi salam age was 90 plus. So till 90 age, he did not had any children. Can you imagine that at the age of 90, a father, a old person, he will be in need of the help and support from his children. But at the age of 90, Almighty blessed him, that is Ismail alayhi salam. But later on, the same thing happened, that is Almighty instructed that you have to slaughter, you have to sacrifice your son in the way of Allah. So such a great test, such a great, it was a trial from Almighty. That is the reason Ibrahim alayhi salam was given a title Khalilullah, the friend of Almighty. So it is not very easy to get such a great title. He had passed such a great test, such a great trials, and he has fulfilled all the instructions and orders which were revealed from Almighty. Now, he got a dream, and you have to remember that even the dream, whatever the dream is going to be seen by prophets, it is a wahi from Almighty. It is a revelation, it is a one form of revelation from Almighty. So Almighty instructed Ibrahim alayhi salam that you have to slaughter, you have to sacrifice the beloved one in the way of Allah. Now, first time Ibrahim alayhi salam, he slaughtered many camels in the way of Allah. Again, he has been instructed and he has seen the same dream that you have to slaughter the beloved one which you like the most. So later on, it was confirmed that he has to sacrifice his son, and he was ready. And his mother, that is Bibi Hajara radiallahu ta'ala anha, she made everything arrangement, and she also sent her child so that he will be sacrificed in the way of Allah. But later on, by seeing this, it was very amazing. It was very shocking that no one has done this till date. Such a great test, such a great sacrifice, such a great worship of Almighty, such a obedience, no one has seen till the date. Now, when the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, he started slaughtering his blessed son Ismail alayhi salam, and there was a sheep, as per one narration, there was a sheep from paradise, from Jannah. So instead of Ismail alayhi salam, it was slaughtered. That is that sheep. The same sunnah, the same tradition, the same act has been made compulsory for all the Muslims till the day of judgment. So Almighty has accepted, He liked this act so much that that same act has been made wajib for all the Muslims. So this was an acceptance, this was a great rank of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam and Ismail alayhi salam in the court of Almighty. So may Almighty get us blessing and give us blessing of these great prophets and make easy us to follow their footsteps. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.